Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining in this very important update here on price action on Bitcoin. As we can see guys, things are looking very interesting. Bitcoin looks like getting attracted towards the next area of confluence before finding bottom, before starting with an actual bullish continuation. Because on my previous video I have been very clear with you guys, if the price of Bitcoin loses the support which is holding us around 103, 104,000 gets broken, we must prepare ourselves for a continuation. Bitcoin getting attracted towards the next area of confluence, which is definitely going to be to the downside before finding bottom, before starting with a new bullish move. So before I jump into the content, I want you guys to do me a favor and destroy that like button. And guys, come on, let's try to reach at least 1,000 like in this video, because video like this takes a lot of time, takes a lot of energy. So if you appreciate what I'm doing, if you like this kind of content, then definitely destroy that like button. Thank you very much. Now, first thing first, we talked about this ascending channel or rising channel, a bearish continuation pattern on my previous video, where I showed you it's not just only the price action pointing us weakness, but even the indicators like MACD, RSI, T3 CCI was pointing us weakness, which could be preparing ourselves for a continuation that might look somehow like this. Few more sideways movement, right? Then drop around this 95,000 in between that range, find bottom, and only after that a U-shape or a V-shape type of recovery. Liquidating. After liquidating the over average longs, only after that the price of Bitcoin could start with a continuation which might look somehow like this, because we were aware a pullback around that area means parallelly Bitcoin will be also following a bullish continuation pattern. This here is a bullish continuation pattern. Falling channel, descending channel, it's a bullish continuation pattern. But before this bullish continuation scenario plays out, what could be happening here? Bitcoin could show a move in this manner: lower highs, lower lows continuation pattern type of formation, and pullback below 100,000 means just a retest, a temporary retest from this lower trend line, which in our case will be acting as support. You can see the lower trend line here acted as support. So if the price shows a continuation to the downside, this could be the final pullback for Bitcoin, marking bottom, and then a continuation in this manner is expected, because we know Bitcoin, if we look at it right now using dead cat bounce, yes, as long as the price, please listen carefully guys, as long as the price in the medium short term fails to regain its strength above 607,000, any sort of a rally here will be just a temporary rally, and price after that is expected to continue the original direction, because according to the dead cat bounce, our original direction, just like what happened here, is clearly indicating downside. So if we want to see price of Bitcoin avoiding this bearish continuation, then in the medium short term we just need to hold around 103, 104,000. But failing to do that means we must prepare ourselves for a continuation in this manner, because a pullback in between 90 and 95,000, what I showed you with this bullish continuation pattern, it could be giving us a buying opportunity. And I have been saying this since couple of weeks, that price is still looking bullish. Bitcoin is still looking bullish, but in the medium short term we might see a continuation in this manner. A pullback around this previous resistance line, find support, and only after that to start with an actual bullish continuation. Because in the medium short term, it's not just this rising channel, it's not just this descending channel, but even this head and shoulder type of formation is playing out parallelly. Bitcoin, if you look at it carefully, looks like following head and shoulder pattern, a bearish continuation pattern. And according to this bearish continuation pattern, if the price starts breaking it to the downside, you can see where is our price objective. Our price objective sits around 94, 95,000. So that's why guys, that's why if the price of Bitcoin loses a support which is holding us around this neckline 93, 94,000, we have to be careful, because in that case Bitcoin could be heading towards to complete the price objective from this head and shoulder, which will bring us in between 90,000, 95,000, and that will also be a retracement around 0.5 Fibonacci line, which could mark the bottom, and price of Bitcoin after that could be starting with a new impulsive move. Because if you simply zoom out and add a trend line here, you can see, guys, if you look at this price action using a falling trend line or descending trend line, you can see this trend line acted as a strong line of resistance. Each and every attempt around this trend line were rejected, right? But if you look in our case, we are clearly above it. So what does this mean? Any sort of a pullback, it could be just a retest. If Bitcoin does show a continuation around 95,000, it could be just a retest around this previous resistance area, find bottom, and after that, continuation in this manner. Yes, guys, if the price of Bitcoin in the medium short term loses the support which is holding us around 103,400, we must prepare ourselves for a continuation which could bring the price of Bitcoin somewhere around this rising trend line or even near to the 50 exponential moving average. And this trend line, 50 exponential moving average, 0.5 Fibonacci line, falling trend line, even the upper trend line from the descending broadening wedge will be holding us above 90,000, marking it a bottom, and price of Bitcoin after that could show a continuation in this manner. So what am I trying to pinpoint is that if the price in the medium short term holds the line which is holding us around 103,104,000, then we are expecting this continuation to continue, right? But if it fails, if the price fails to hold this trend line and starts free falling in between 95,000, please simply zoom out, because in a bigger picture, this could be giving us a great buying opportunity. Because according to our leading indicator for the month of June, Bitcoin is still above this CPI trend line, which will be holding us around 103,104,000. So if the price manages to remain above this trend line, then just like what I showed you with this example, before expecting a continuation to the downside, Bitcoin here could be showing a continuation in this manner. I mean, without a retest. In that case, price will also remain above this June CPI, which is going to signal us another continuation. And according to this bullish scenario, you can see first target sits around 113,000, second target sits around 121,900, or let's say 122,000, and the no-brainer price target for the month of June sits around $131,800 for Bitcoin. Yes, guys, remaining above this June CPI, remaining above 103,104,000 means Bitcoin has a very, very high possibility of testing the Air 1, Air 2, and even this Air 3 line. But failing to do that means, you know, we might come for a retest around this key trend line, 50 exponential moving average, rising trend line, falling trend line, 0.5 Fibonacci line, and even the upper trend line from this descending broadening wedge, then a continuation of an uptrend. Because for the month of June, the price of Bitcoin has formed an ascending CPI, and I've been very clear with you guys, ascending CPI only gets formed when the price is preparing itself for a new uptrend. So Bitcoin remaining above this CPI means even the upcoming month, July, will be considered bullish. So in case of doubt, I suggest you guys to simply zoom out, because in a bigger picture, a pullback like this could be giving us a great buying opportunity. So these were some of the quick updates that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please guys, do not hesitate to destroy that like button. And to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And also a quick reminder, if you haven't claimed free bonuses from Bybit, Phemex, OKX, then definitely check the video description. And by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye-bye.